Hello, welcome to Coming to Terms. This is a conversation about conversations around the question of conflict. I'm a mediator. I work with people who are embroiled in conflict all the time, and of course in my own life I've had it more often than I would like. And I want you to understand that conflict does not have to have the aroma of toxicity that it so often has. Conflict essentially is differences. We are different from one another. We have different sides of ourselves. And we tend, when we don't understand those others or those other sides of ourselves, to demonize, to tell ourselves stories that somehow that's a bad person. And the truth is, or that conflict itself is a bad thing and that it should be erased. When in fact the truth is so much more positive. It's actually an opportunity. Okay? We have the chance in these differences, in these moments of disagreement, to actually reach understanding. Because what is it you want? What is it that really motivates you? It is to be connected. It's not to be misunderstood. You want to love yourself and to be known and to be loved by others. That's what is possible. We can make it happen. But it isn't going to happen because you waved your fairy wand and all the conflict, all the differences evaporated. Because differences are healthy. That's vitality. That's the versatility of this world and the versatility of yourself. There may be sides of yourself that you don't understand, that you judge. And just the same as I'm suggesting we shouldn't judge the others, we should seek to understand what is the need of that other person. What is the need of that emotion that you felt that embarrassed you, that made you beat yourself up the next day and feel like, gee, instead of that, let's actually have conversations with ourselves first and foremost, and then with others. Because if you have the courage and the openness, the curiosity to simply find out, what were you thinking when you made that comment that was so upsetting to me? Do you know how upsetting that was to me? If you don't share it, and you get upset because that person didn't figure it out, didn't intuitively understand what it was you needed, what you wanted, you're going to beat them up in your mind, and you haven't given them a chance. You haven't given yourself a chance to actually get through that dark place until you decide to pick up your phone or knock on the door and say, "Hi, this is me, and I think we need to talk." Are you willing to do that? And if you are, then you're at the first place, the first step in this journey. And it's a journey that involves listening. And there are ways to listen and to inquire more deeply. Not just the surface listening that we kind of do, how was your weekend sort of stuff. But there are some strategies that we can talk about, and we will talk about more deeply in some of our future conversations, about how to make sure that when you decide, okay, I'm ready to do it. Okay, I'm ready to actually be honest with this person, to strip off some of my armor and to say, okay, can we work through this? Because I care about our relationship. I care about you. I care about us. And of course, inside, all you really have to do is care about yourself. Because the best way to care about yourself is getting along with others. It's being connected in a circle where it's ongoing. Things don't stay static because you worked out this difference, this disagreement, this misunderstanding. Doesn't mean that all the future ones are now resolved, but you'll have a pattern, you'll have an approach, something that makes you feel confident that it's worthwhile to actually initiate the conversation. Why? Because the alternative is flat. Lacks vitality. That's silence. And silence can tend to fester. But if we open the door, let in the fresh air, be prepared to listen to something that you might not even want to hear at first. But have the faith, have the deep conviction that this person's needs are to find health too, and to be happy, and that that person would rather be known. And if you can put your ego, the urgency of your feelings aside just a little bit, just long enough to have that honest conversation, then who knows? We don't know what will come. We only know that there will be a deepening of your understanding that you don't have now, and that will enrich both of you. So please, consider this deeply, and if you find yourself as intrigued as I have been by this journey, then I invite you to tune in to further conversations where we will go into a little more detail about what some of the techniques, the strategies, the mindful reminders that will help you not only to have the conversations, but to be successful and happy in them. Thanks for tuning in. It's been great having this conversation about conversations.